Alright, gonna give you guys a little update. I just got this worked out. So what I did is I had these aluminum pieces made at 2.5 inches. There's exactly one washer behind there, which I could take out at this point. You'll see here in a minute. And I don't know how it's gonna work. I Loctited it in the bolts from the back. It's all drilled for small block Chevy size, obviously. And then that's what the pulley and the oil pump drive were. And I had these made. They're threaded all the way through 3/8/16s, and then got bolts in the back, Loctited in already on the hub with the dampener. And then I still gotta do these, but I want to put my bolt in. I just wanted to mock this up real quick, see where it was at. And I gotta mark the dampener still for 0 degrees top dead center before I move anything. So all I gotta do is put that bolt in, Loctite these outer bolts on the pump drive, and put it together. And then here is how far off it is. It's right there. I got plenty of room on the shaft right here to slide it back and lock that gear back down. I also did something that I don't know if I said it in the last video, but this gear is, I want to say 18 tooth, and this is a 32. It was given to me, but it's going to work out good. Motion told me to run the pump at a half the speed of the engine. Well, I thought about it for a minute. Because I'm running so much extra stuff for oil, and I'm only revving it out to 5,200. You know, they're used to engines that are spinning to 8, 9, maybe even 10 grand with these pumps. Well, I'm not even getting half that, barely. And so I went a little oil down in the lower RPM range, so it's just going to run at about, let's call it, I want to say somewhere between 22 and 30% overdriven. I mean, you could figure it out, you know, 18, 32. It's just off the top of my head, though. I got the water pump all worked out. What else we got going on? Oh, you guys should probably see this. You're gonna like it. At least I hope you like it. I had to get a 1-inch spacer for the carb and the carb hat apparatus because it was hitting the needle and seats on this carb because it came down too quick. And plus I was kind of wanting to put on extensions bowls to hold more fuel for when I'm on the road or even racing. That way it just doesn't, you know, put jet extensions in the back. Just make it hold more fuel in the carb. Where are we at here? So yeah, the turbos are going to actually sit, if I put them on the headers, because I'm going to want wastegates, it's going to be about right here, because the wastegates are going to have to sit down here. So when it's in the car, which I've been butchering all the harness out of lately, it's going to sit, we measured it out, and right about there. So I might get a little bit of sight gone, but it'll work. But I'll start doing more videos on the regular once the car is running, racing it, and then we'll go from there. I just want it done. I just haven't been in the mood to do videos on the engine. And somebody wanted some info about me. Here, let me flip the camera around and I'll give you my best. Alright. So, I was in the Navy for a little over 10 years. I was a diesel mechanic in the Seabees, if you know what those are. A lot of people don't. Let me see. I got out, went to work slinging parts at a Class 8 truck dealership, then ended up going back to work on construction equipment. I did that for a couple years, ended up filing a claim with the VA finally, and I'm kind of I'm retired now, let's just call it that. And so all I do is want my race car done, and we're almost there. It's been a little bit of a fight, and I might have to go back to work. If I do, then the videos are going to get really slim to none, because I have other issues with my house I got to pay for at the moment. My septic's a little messed up. But the engine, I can tell you that it's a Cadillac 500. It's 570 cubic inches now. There were the pistons that are in there are the old style that Cadco had. They were 14-to-1 Papas with the heads I have. and I had the domes totally cut off, so put it right at 12 to 1, I believe. And it's almost identical. I mean, it's weird. I got the same heads Richard Holdner put on his, the same cam, same pistons. I have H-beam rods with L19 bolts. I had the crank cryogenically frozen because I plan on upping the boost to a lot more than 10. We set it up to go to take it 30 psi. The rings are gapped pretty massive, and it's going to run on E85 too. That's the other thing. And I'm going to try to keep it on the street. I know it sounds funny, 12 to 1 turbos. Woo! Yeah, I'm just kind of nuts like that though. What else? Oh, the gear in the car. Well, let's go back to the engine. I was going to run the old blower intake Boogeyman, and one of the guys on the page on Facebook had this intake and gave it to me for a price I couldn't refuse, so I got it. And then the carb's a 1050 alcohol carb, which I'm just I should, well, for the high speed circuit I should be able to just use the air bleeds, and because it's always going to be under some kind of pressure, probably anywhere from 1 to 3 psi running down the highway, and there's ain't nothing I can do about it. It's not enough to make a difference, but it'd be like running at roughly 12.5 to 1 running down the highway. I'll try to make it so it shuts off, but I don't think I'm going to get there. And if I can't, then the high-speed air bleeds I can tune rather than rejet it. I can tune my fuel curve with that. I need 30% more fuel. Well, the best way I put it to you, like when you go from E85 to gas carbs, you have to have 30% more. Well, when you, or 25%, 30. Been a minute, 25, 30%, and then the jump from E85 to pure alcohol is another 30% roughly. So the jets in there are quite massive. I can choke up the air bleeds when the turbo's pushing down on it and make it push the fuel through slower. We'll see where I end up with the tuning. I might have to crap the money and take it to a dyno and go from there so we know where we're at. Let me see. So it's got Cadco ported heads, which I wasn't going to use, but you know, they're here. And then I used I can't remember the exact cam it is, but if you go to Richard Holdner's video, it's the one he used in his 500. And like I said, it had the exact same pistons with the heads knocked. I could tell it was, I looking at them, it was the same pistons, had the heads knocked off, just like mine. They looked identical in the block. I'm going to try to make it hold as much power as I can, do some drag and drives, and do some track racing. I would prefer to do a lot more track racing for money rather than drag and drives, but drag and drives would be fun, get me out of the house and go mess around. Oh, and where the oil pump's at, I didn't say this yet, but I'm trying to get it lower than where it's at because I want it, I don't know how the suction works for these, but right now it's about 2.5 inches above where the oil will be in the oil pan with it off. So I'm going to try to drop it down some, but I need it in the car. The pump's got to come off. This whole front's more or less got to come off, and then we'll put it in the car either this weekend or next Monday. I mean, I'm there. The only thing I want left to do today to the engine is I want to adjust the valve train. I got to mark the dampener first before I move anything, and then it's on to the car. I got to get the fuel system in. I got to get the Aeromotive 1000 Pro pump in, and start getting that stuff plumbed up too. It's going to be I don't know how much power you guys think I'm going to make. I tell everybody I was never after horsepower, and I'm still not. I want torque. Torque. Just for the record, the car has 410s. I was going to put 3.0s in it, and I think I'm going to go with the 275s that I found. Then I think I'm going to get somewhere close to 1,000 to 1,100 with 10 psi, but I don't know. We'll see. And I don't know. I'm hoping it stays in the same RPM range as it did naturally, as it should naturally aspirate it. It's just going to add to it. If not, then it's going to be a learning curve for me. I'm hoping for more torque than 1,000 though. That's kind of where I'm at. I'd like it all about 3,000 to 5,000 and just annihilate these 275 slicks on here. If we get it going, it'll probably be naturally aspirated for a minute once it's running. I'm gonna take it out in the street and see if we can't do I don't know how the suspension's tuned on this car, but we're gonna figure it out in my street in front of all my neighbors, piss on it. They can call cops. I'm gonna see if we can't do a wheel stand once I get the cam broken and oil changed. just blip the throttle, see what happens. I don't know. I'll be more on the videos once the car is running. I just want it done, and I'm busy with other things. My house is beckoning me to put a lot of money in it for a septic tank now, and I might have to go back to work. And if I do, then the videos will start getting few and far between, but stuff will get done either way. What else? That's about it. You like what I'm doing? Like, subscribe, tell your buddies. You can comments, want to know something what I've done that I didn't talk about, just ask, I'll tell you. I mean, I'm not shy. The only real true worry I got with the engine is the pump drive I made for the oil pump. We'll see what happens. I was gonna try to get the whole hub assembly and all this stuff balanced together, but I think we're gonna be all right. I'll know once I fire it up. If it's not, I'll just jerk it off and find a place to balance the assembly and be done with it and slap it back on. I can do that in the car. Here, I don't know if anybody's seen the big precision intercooler that was sitting in this thing, but you know, I got the radiator out. I was cleaning all this up. But so it's gonna have 2 turbos going to 1, 3 down, and then 3 back up to the inlet on this. The only thing I want to change, which I'm not skilled enough to do, so if I do it, it's going to have to go to a shop, is I want to take the blow-off valves, and I want them on the sides, one here and one exactly, you know, on the other side from it. Because if we're doing drag and drives, I need to be able to change the springs to put it on the street. You know, I just can't leave it at 10. Even with wastegates, it's still going to want to spin. So I'd rather have it so I can just get at what I want when I want. It's upside down to get at these screws. It's not exactly in a position I want to be messing with it, you know, be at the track hanging over the damn thing. Yeah, you guys want to know something, holler, I'll tell you whatever I did. Good, bad, indifferent, it don't matter.